Traveling has been my driving force in life for the last 5 years. Whether it's by sea on my sailboat, or by land in my camper van and motorcycle, my sense of adventure has always acted as my compass. Subscribe to become a part of the journey and experience all the beautiful places and people I encounter along the way.
We are moving on to Georgetown because we have to pick up some guests, and the couple other boats that we're buddy boating with are also picking up some friends in Georgetown. So yeah, it's like what, 40 miles I think?
Something like that, a little less.
Yeah, a little under 40 miles, but it should be hopefully a good enough day to have some decent sailing. But the only fun thing is that the autopilot is still broken, so we're going to be hand steering the whole way.
Upon our arrival in Georgetown, we were fortunate enough to be welcomed by Peace and Plenty Resort for a brief stay, to stretch our legs on land and have a little break from the boat. How nice is it to spend a bit of time on land, though?
Oh, you get a little land sickness.
It's weird. We just kind of settled into our room and we're sitting on the patio, but it's pretty cool because the anchorage over here, you can actually see the boat from here. So something that's actually really cool about Peace and Plenty that I didn't know is that it's actually one of the oldest hotels here in Georgetown. And you can really tell, like looking at it from the outside, you can see the old coral walls. This place has been around for so long. And a ton of different well-known people have stayed here before. And so it's really interesting to kind of be a little part of that history. The next day, we hopped aboard a water taxi that took us over to Peace and Plenty's sister resort, Kahari. It was just a quick ride over to this luxury island resort. We've been stoked to check this place out ever since we laid eyes on it from the anchorage. We just took the water taxi over and got these wonderful frozen mojitos. Cheers, guys! Cheers! This is awesome. It's such a beautiful resort. The beach is amazing. There's tons of like little activities. It's really sweet. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. The highlight of this experience for me was getting treated to a spectacular massage on the beach. And while I was busy getting pampered, our friends took advantage of some of the water activities they have available. I definitely feel very refreshed and renewed. Crystal here did a fantastic job.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For the rest of the evening, we simply just relaxed. Surprisingly enough, it's something that we don't very often get to do when we're on the boat, as there's always something to be concerned about. And finally, to top off an incredible day spent at Kahari Resort, we had some drinks and enjoyed a wonderful dinner together as the sun set. If you're looking to plan your next vacation, I would highly recommend both of these resorts. To book, just go to peaceandplenty.com or kahariresort.com. I've also included both of these links in the description as well. Well, we had a wonderful couple of days on land. It was really, really nice to get to experience that and have a bit of time really relaxing and hanging out on the beach. So thank you again to the guys at Peace and Plenty for hosting us there. It was a really great time. And now it's time to pick up a special crew. I still haven't said who it is yet, but we're on our way to pick them up right now. Should probably not have this in my hand.
I know, you made it! Oh, it's so good to see you finally.
You guys did
It
it.
was a long day.
Yeah, I bet.
All right, buddy. Okay, cheers,
Give you a hug around the backpack.
Coming all the way from Canada, I would love to give a warm welcome to the crew, my big brother AJ and his partner Nelly. Well, classic boat life. Things are always going wrong. And funny enough, yesterday we had done a bunch of grocery shopping. We're getting ready for my brother and his girlfriend to come. And so we dinghied into town, and then when we loaded all of our groceries up in the dinghy, the engine wouldn't start. And so we had to get towed back to the boat, and we pulled it apart, cleaned out the carb, and thought we had fixed the problem. And then today, going to run it again, it still wasn't running right. Just really not running too hot. So we've pulled it apart, trying to figure out exactly what's going on here. And the boys are having a little bit of bonding time over fixing some things here. So what are we doing here, guys? What do we got? What do we got? What's the situation?
Got a couple bush mechanics out here.
Yeah,
Show 'em.
we're bush mechanicking. The input shaft is spinning inside the bushing, and land is, well, that far away. So this is this far away. Our plan is to drill all the way through and drive this screw in to kind of lock everything together.
But that's kind of the situation with being out here in the Bahamas and being a little bit more remote. You know, you can't just go to a Home Depot and get all the parts that you need. So you kind of got to make things work with what you have. And you know, we went into the store, tried to find some parts, but it's just not available, and it's not easy to get things out here. So you know what? We do what we can to make things work. And here we are back together with the finished product. So they screwed these in here. We got the Loctite setting. For Nelly and AJ's first day in the Bahamas, we had some special plans in store. We gathered up a bunch of our cruising friends and hopped aboard Lost for a quick venture over to Hooper's Bay, with Kiki and Brian as our trusted captains. This was an especially great moment, getting to share this lifestyle with my brother, as he's never left Canada before and, believe it or not, has never seen the ocean in his life. So what did you guys think of the sea turtles?
The sea turtles were way too cool.
I love them. I
That's-
already made friends with them.
You got to feed them a little bit
Yeah, we gave them celery. They're very healthy eaters.
too? Yeah.
They're very healthy eaters.
Did you hear the little crunch under the water? You
Yeah.
could hear it like...
Yeah,
But a couple of them like bumped right into me. It scared the crap out of me.
I know.
I know, there was
Standing there, they like run into you.
Yeah.
There was one that was like this.
It was huge. Nicely done, Bo.
Did you hit? No.
Yeah.
Hit the bottom.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Got no beer.
Bit of a situation on our way out of here. Lost is kind of loaded down with all these people, and the tide came down. Everybody had to hop in the dinghy to kind of release some of the weight from the boat, and we're starting to move again, but the depth meter still shows nothing. Captain Kiki to the rescue.
Something like that.
This looks so funny from up here. So we had an amazing kind of first weekend with AJ and Nellie on board, and so Nellie is actually still working while she's on board here. It's not just a vacation. So it's been really nice to kind of manage with that with her work schedule. So, you know, during the week and during the days she's got to work, and then we make the most of the weekends. Now it's Monday again and it's back to work. I'm just doing some editing out here while the boys are getting some wiring done down below. So we're basically just doing some battery work and tweaking up some of the things that we did to maximize efficiency from our solar panels. There's a couple of big jobs that need to be done, and we still got to fix the autopilot and things like that. So yeah, this next week we're basically just hanging here around Georgetown in the Exumas and finishing up all of the work that we've got to do in order to kind of set sail and make sure we're all prepared for a good crossing and setting ourselves up for success, making sure everything's safe, everything's working. It's not the most fun, it's not the most interesting, but this is also the reality of boat life, is balancing work and fun. So Nellie's down there working while the boys are down here working. What are we doing here, boys?
All kinds of nonsense. Basically, the boat almost sank like 2 weeks ago, and that fried the Victron Smart Shunt. So now we put and the new ones are Bluetooth, so all the wiring that was done for the previous one is null and void, and now we need to redo this and hook up the DC to DC charger and maybe run the air conditioning, and probably just the air conditioning off the battery bank.
Woo! Yeah, it'll be
That
interesting
might
to
be
be able to
fun.
try that. That'll be a real luxury.
Yeah, cross your fingers. Doesn't set on
Basically, self-made diagramical engineers.
I've been super, super impressed at these Battleborn batteries and the whole setup that they made happen for us. These solar panels have been absolutely cranking. I've got 1,020 watts of solar, and then the 2 lithium batteries from Battleborn. It's been keeping up really well. Like, I've been able to leave the ice maker running and leave the TV plugged in, and we really haven't had any power issues. And especially compared to my cruising season last year, where my batteries were terrible and I only had 300 watts of solar. That was like the flexible panels just stuck on deck, which were not very efficient. And I used to have to run the generator every morning and every night religiously. And so it's just a drastic difference this season, being able to almost have an excess of power and really not have to worry about that. And I actually have not touched the generator once this whole season. Haven't even used it. So yeah, I really can't say enough good things. It's a big relief to not have to stress about power and to have that be one less thing to worry about. And it's quite a luxury for this size of a boat, you know, only having a 38-foot boat and being able to run my laptops and charge everything, and just makes it that much more enjoyable. After a full day of work, we met up with our other cruising friends for one last hurrah, because sadly, we will soon be parting ways and heading in different directions. In the cruising world, time with friends is often fleeting. And I think as sailors, we all understand that, which made this group so tight-knit. The friendships we formed in this short amount of time will be close to my heart forever.